Hi everyone, and welcome to Monorepos for Enterprise Developers. I'm Sean, a software engineer from Melbourne, Australia. I have been specializing in JavaScript, contributing to large-scale projects for both front-end and back-end using libraries like React and Next.js. My expertise lies in developing robust and scalable solutions, leveraging the power of JavaScript and Node.js to create efficient and high-performance applications for enterprise companies. So what will you learn from this course? You will be learning how to structure a monorepo with PNPM workspaces, install Nx and use the tooling to optimize CI performance and maintain code quality, managing multiple projects, libraries and applications within a single centralized repository to enhance productivity and code maintainability. By utilizing Nx, a powerful and extensible toolkit, you will learn to streamline the development workflow within monorepos. By the end of this course, you'll be equipped with skills and knowledge needed to revolutionize your enterprise development practices through the effective adoption of monorepos and Nx. Elevate your development team's efficiency and collaboration with monorepos for enterprise developers. One of the primary challenges when dealing with multiple repositories is the inefficiency it introduces into our workflow. Let's delve into some of these challenges. Slow release process. Updating a dependency within a core package triggers a cascade of pull requests across various repositories to ensure all dependencies are updated accordingly. This sequential process can lead to prolonged release cycles, worsening the situation if a rollback is required. Redundant testing. Each package typically requires testing its integration with dependencies, leading to duplicated integration tests scattered across repositories. Moreover, heavier end-to-end tests essential for comprehensive testing may also be duplicated across repositories, complicating the continuous integration process further. Duplication of resources. We often find ourselves duplicating configurations, development dependencies, and tooling across repositories. This redundancy extends to continuous integration configurations, NPM commands, linter settings, and even documentation, resulting in excessive reliance on copy-pasting, which is far from ideal. Prototyping and debugging challenges. Rapid prototyping for significant system changes becomes cumbersome when limited to modifying one package at a time. While incremental changes are desirable for controlled deployment, there are instances where swift concept validation or simultaneous debugging across multiple packages is necessary, posing a significant challenge in such segmented environment. Let's reflect on our past attempts to address certain issues, as revisiting them may shed light on whether our current tools adequately resolve these problems. Over the years, we've devised various workarounds to mitigate specific issues, but often solving one problem inadvertently exacerbates another. Consider the concept of a pseudo workspace, wherein dependencies between packages within a repository are managed without requiring installation from remote sources. This idea is akin to what is now known as workspace in tools like NPM and PNPM. In the absence of dedicated workspace tools in the past, we experimented with several approaches, each with its drawbacks. Pseudo workspace using local paths. With NPM version 2, local directory paths in package.json became viable. Although an improvement, this method still caused issues, including undesirable changes to package log files. Pseudo workspace using npm link. npm's link command, available for years, allowed local package linking but necessitated manual execution for each package and lacked configuration file support. Global symlink creation often led to numerous issues. Publishing to a private registry. Projects like Fedaccio provided a local npm registry, facilitating local package publication. However, managing multiple packages, versioning, and integration in such steps often proved cumbersome, particularly with complex CI/CD pipelines, overwriting code in node modules. On occasion, resorting to directly overwriting packages in the node modules folder was necessary, even though far from an ideal workflow. Using Babel aliases. Leveraging Babel or TypeScript aliases allowed for local workspace imports, reducing reliance on npm downloaded packages. While effective, this method requires manual configuration per package and added build overhead. These methods primarily aim to address local dependency management challenges in a monorepo context, but overlooked another issue: In a monorepo setup, testing everything upon code promotion becomes a significant overhead unless we devise a method for intelligently identifying modified packages and their dependents. Locally speaking, a monorepo is a single repository containing multiple distinct projects with well-defined relationships. So what are the essential criteria for monorepo implementation? Monorepos should not be just a location where all the code lives. It must effectively address the fundamental challenges inherent in managing numerous interdependent packages or projects. So here's a rundown of main requirements for an optimal workflow. Source code sharing. Being able to easily share modules and libraries are important within a single monorepo. Local dependency linking configuration. The monorepo tooling ought to facilitate local dependency linking. This means that within the repository, the code of other packages should be accessible and loaded internally, while still maintaining version control and the ability to retrieve dependencies from a binary repository upon publishing. Dependency analysis. It should be able to identify the dependencies existing among various projects within the repository without needing additional configuration. Local computation caching. The ability to save and review task outputs as well as store files for future reference ensures that repetitive building and testing of identical output on the same machine becomes a thing of the past. Affected packages identification. The system should determine which projects stand to be impacted by changes within the repository. This entails identifying modified projects or those that rely on them, regardless of the level of dependency. Local task orchestration. Leveraging the repository's dependency structure, it should orchestrate tasks in the correct order as well as in parallel. For instance, integration tests should not be conducted until all requisite projects have been built beforehand, but integration tests can run in parallel. We are going to discuss about a package manager that could solve this issue. PNPM, short for Plug and Play Package Manager, is an alternative package manager for Node.js applications, similar to NPM, short for Node Package Manager, and also Yarn. Here are some reasons why you might choose to use PNPM. PNPM uses a unique approach called content addressable storage to store packages. Instead of duplicating packages in each project, it stores them in a global store and creates hard links to the packages in each project. This results in significant disk space savings compared to the other package managers. Faster installation is another benefit that we get from PNPM. Since PNPM uses global store and hard links, installing packages is often faster compared to NPM and Yarn, especially when multiple projects share the same dependencies. PNPM uses a partial flat node module structure. In order to manage dependencies, PNPM uses the symbolic link and hard link pattern. This means that there are no nested node modules directories for each package, which can help with file system performance and reduce the likelihood of hitting file path length limits on certain operating systems. PNPM supports concurrent installations by default. This means that it can download and install multiple packages, speeding up the installation speed. PNPM generates a PNPM lock YAML file, which is similar to package-lock JSON file with NPM or yarn lock file with Yarn. PNPM lock file helps to lock down the dependency versions. This ensures that the same versions of dependencies are installed across different environments. PNPM has built-in support for an offline mode. Once packages are installed, they can be cached locally, allowing you to install dependencies even without an internet connection. PNPM is designed to work well with monorepos, where multiple packages or projects are managed together. It provides efficient linking and sharing of dependencies across projects within monorepo. Then we are going to set up a monorepo folder structure with PNPM workspaces. To start, you can create an empty folder. Let's name it monorepo with Nx. Fire up your Visual Studio instance and the newly created folder. In order to create a PNPM workspace, you can create a file named pnpm-workspace.yaml. Once you created this file, we can add the packages we want in our repository. This is a place where we can define our architecture for the monorepo. I'm planning to add an apps section as well as packages section. In the apps section, we will create our apps. For example, the React application that we are going to build. And in the packages section, we can build libraries that we are planning to share across different repositories. This is a place where we can define the boundaries, identify the different domains or features in your application. This could be modules, libraries, or any other logical grouping of code. Bear in mind, the names we gave here are not mandatory, except for line 1, packages. Apps and packages in line 2 and 3 are what we decide to call our modules. For example, you could have used a name like modules here. And this would be perfectly fine. It's up to you to name your modules and the structure. Let's change the name back to packages. So here we are planning to add our React application in the apps folder and maybe build a library inside the packages folder. Once we build that library in the packages folder, we can export it, and in the apps folder, the React application can import that package and use it. So this way, we can have more than one application sitting inside the apps folder, sharing a shared library that's inside the packages folder. So for example, you could have your React app sitting inside the apps folder, as well as your server app. In the packages folder, you could have your shared UI library, and let's say shared utils. Nx is a powerful toolset designed to streamline the development workflow of modern applications. It revolutionized the way developers build, test, and scale their projects by providing a set of powerful features centered around monorepo management, code generation, and advanced tooling integration. Developed by the Angular team at Google, Nx extends its capabilities beyond Angular projects, offering support for various frameworks and technologies, including React, Node.js, and more. With Nx, teams can efficiently manage large-scale code bases, enforce consistent architecture patterns, and accelerate development cycles, ultimately leading to higher productivity and code quality. Whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting your journey, Nx equips you with the tools needed to tackle complex projects with confidence and agility. Monorepo management. Nx excels at managing monorepos, where multiple projects or applications coexist within a single repository. This approach simplifies code sharing, promotes code reusability, and enables better dependency management across projects. Code generation. Nx provides powerful code generation tools that automate repetitive tasks such as generating components, services, modules, and more. This feature boosts developer productivity by eliminating boilerplate code and ensuring consistency in project structure and naming conventions. Advanced tooling integration. Nx seamlessly integrates with popular development tools and frameworks, including Angular, React, and Node.js. It offers a built-in support for testing, linting, and building applications, making it easy to maintain code quality and automate development workflows. Dependency graph analysis. Nx includes a sophisticated dependency graph analysis tool that helps developers visualize and understand the relationships between different parts of their code base. This feature is invaluable for identifying dependencies, detecting circular dependencies, and optimizing build performance. Code scalability. Nx is designed to handle large-scale code bases with ease. Its efficient build system and incremental compilation capabilities ensure fast build times, even for complex projects with thousands of files. This scalability makes Nx suitable for enterprise-level applications and teams of all sizes. Collaborative development. Nx facilitates collaborative development workflows by providing tools for code sharing, version control, and continuous integration. Teams can work together seamlessly, sharing code and collaborating on features without stepping on each other's toes. Nx can be installed globally, but my preference is to install it as a project dependency. This allows for definition of a specific version, ensuring consistency across various local and remote environments. To add Nx to our workspace, we use PNPM add command. Here we pass in Nx. We use -w command to run as if PNPM was started in the root of the workspace instead of the current working directory. And -d is to install Nx as dev dependency. Now we have Nx installed, we can replace PNPM command with the Nx command. So we start with npx Nx, and the command we need to run, for example, if you want to run the front-end application, the command for running it is start. So we type start and then the package name. And this runs the command successfully. The reason why we use npx is because it's using the locally installed Nx package. The syntax for Nx is always followed by the target and the project as depicted in here. In this example, we are using npx to run Nx command, followed by the target, the start, or the command that you run, and then the project is front end.
If you want to keep learning about how to build real-world apps with the latest technologies and other career-related topics, then start right now by subscribing to our channel and liking this video.